To find the greatest common factor of three univariate monomials, that just means three one-termed numbers with letters, one letter on them. You want, since there are three numbers, 28, 42, and 70, you want to take the smallest one and break it down. So I make a T-chart and start dividing. 28 divided by 1 is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 28 divided by 3 does not work. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 28 divided by 5 doesn't work. 28 divided by 6 does not work. And you've already got 28 divided by 7. So once you start repeating yourself, you're done with the table. Now you want the biggest number on this list that you can divide the other two with. So 42 divided by 28, no, that does not work. 42 divided by 14, well, 42 divided by 14 is 3. So now you've got to see if the 70 works. 70 divided by 14 is 5. So that does work. So you've got to get the biggest one that you can divide with. So it's 14. And then you have your V. You have a V in each one. And if there is no exponent, it's assumed to be a 1. You want the smallest exponent. So a 1. So they have, all of them have 14 V's in common. That's the greatest common factor. So this number, the smallest number, is 7. Let's test and see if I can divide first. 70 divided by 7 is 10, yes. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So that works because 1 times 7, those are the only factors of 7. So the biggest number that works is 7. And then I do have a V in each one. And the smallest exponent is 1. If the exponent's 1, you don't put it. So 7V is the answer. The next one is 14, 2, and 35. The smallest number is 2, but when you break it down, you just have 2 divided by 1 is 2. That's the only factors of 2. So the biggest number is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Well, 2 is already on our list. 35 divided by 2, we cannot do that. So that means that 14 divided by 1 is 1. 35 divided by 1 is, 14 divided by 1 is 14. 35 divided by 1 is 35. So 1 is the one that works. So yeah, 1 can be an answer. And you do not have a y. There's no y with this term. So since they do not have a y in common, you can't say that the y is part of the greatest common factor. So the only answer for this problem is 1.